Just answering questions with WebTech number 3. Here we go. I'm doing a lean back here, mostly because I'm lazy. And it's just... here we go. Let's see if this even works. Bad computer. The USA has gone into the Marianas Trench. We obviously exploded the first atomic bomb. And as far as I'm concerned, landed on the moon. Russians were always known for lying. When they claim a leader had been dead for 2 weeks already. That's how they played their game. All governments lie. That's a fact. But I think it's foolish to deny that we went to the moon. We had the best scientists. Best scientists all the Nazis could provide. Werner von Braun and many others. I'm sorry, I'm inserting that, paperclip. So anyway. We also had the money, allies, and people willing to risk it. And the prerequisite insanity, that's one of my favorite quotes. Russians took far more critical risks with far less money, which resulted in a number of deaths and failures. I looked that up. They were our allies in the Second World War, and due to communism and other things which I don't need to go into, sealed themselves off. Basically, money control, political issues. That's what this usually boils down to, and the certain people that hold it. What do you think the U.S. were doing on the moon, filming a movie? They had no time for that, so there are pictures out there that are simulated. It's just for general public use, not to fool anyone. It's just that being up there was not about PR pictures per se. They were seriously exploring, but to the general public who needed visual aid, I would imagine some things were made up, but that's my belief. That they did land on the moon several times. However, other things, false flags, I'm not going to go on about any further. Yes, they do occur, and you are lied to. For average citizen to understand everything would be too much, so there has to be deceitful actions. All sides do it, call it a matter of national security, and very well could be. I'm presently concerned for their methodology being used today. After JFK was whacked, I've watched it decline slowly at first, and today, with the speed of a laser, these confounded cell phones, it's going crazy, closer to insane. Anyway, keep it up, WebTech. Enjoy your coffee and stay well later on. Well, damn you for these commentaries. Not all the comments that I'm going to be responding to are negative. Some of them are positive. And I just wanted to do one of these that wasn't just a mean rant. This isn't a file I call long. If anybody's curious, let's just peek into the world of WebTech here. When I do these videos, I sometimes make a file that has the very long book-like postings. I have 2 postings, one on each of my main channels, that are so long that they literally, one of them called parts of it chapters. I'll be doing a video for it, but when you do that, it takes a hell of a long time to go through them. And this is the long file where that was the long version. That was a long comment. They take 5 minutes each sometimes less. So here we go. Who cares about the police cameras? Do you honestly think they would release video that would prove multiple shooters? They went over that video a million times, edit here, edit there to make this sound say something heroic, say shooter down, suicide, here's a note, shows a bullet velocity chart, whatever they called. No, it was calculations they had to figure out, and they figured out that the numbers matched approximately him doing calculations when he was in the hotel room and looked up bullet drop distances. He was trying to calculate approximately how many feet of bullet drop he would have over that distance. Which is... Anyway. I would understand that the JFK assassination with the sniper, he had assault weapons fire anywhere hit, whatever, who would need 24 guns. Now in a world, could this guy slip below the radar, FBI? Okay, hold it. Okay, the reason he used 24 guns is so he could fire more rapidly, because he knew the thing would overheat. When you look up how long it takes for a barrel fired as a machine gun to overheat, it does it within 1,500 rounds on a actual machine gun, or 2,400 or whatever. It depends on the barrel. It's an AR-15. It's not designed to tolerate that much abuse. So I figured 10 seconds at 100 rounds would do the job, and he just got more guns. He wanted to keep going till he ran out. And he did spacing between each shooting, 20 seconds to 1 minute, sometimes 2 minutes. He wanted to sustain it until he got exhausted. I wouldn't be surprised if he sat down and did an algorithm for this crap. Anyway, yeah. The FBI said a week before he planned the attack from a different Las Vegas hotel. If that was the case, arrest him before so he... No, they found it out after the fact. They didn't know about him doing it. You didn't read that. They recovered that information after he was dead. If they knew that he was going to do... You live in a world where you don't think the FBI arrests anybody when you actually have proof of it, that they're going to do something. Anyway, okay, what happened to the valet parking guy? He said he only seen Paddock bring in small suitcase. No, he didn't. Then I guess vanish off the face of the earth. Maybe the moon riding on the moon riding one of the... Dude, he didn't disappear. You read somebody's assertion about what he said. That's called hearsay. I'm going to have to do that video again? You're not... Someone's not looking up stuff. Anyway, he said he didn't bring up anything he considered unusual. That's by Las Vegas crazy people standards. Think about... Las Vegas is not a normal city. You know that, right? You think it's downtown Huckamucka? Well, anyway, next. Let's get on with it. I found some good info about YouTube on YouTube. There isn't any. Trust me, I'm bad. I'm that bad part of YouTube. You know you shouldn't be looking on YouTube. Anyway, I found some good information on YouTube about Las Vegas shooting helicopter. Oh, Jesus, no, God damn it, no more Hoover. Please don't say Hoover, please. Oh God, I'm gonna read it. They wouldn't use to. Okay, what? They wouldn't use too loud, but witnesses and doctors have said the bullets went straight down. People didn't stand straight up while being fired upon. They were crouching. That's why the bullets came in at a different angle than what you would expect. You were looking at Hoover's video, weren't you? No, that's actually not Hoover. I'm sorry, Hoover. That's another idiot. No. Go watch Mr. Visual, please. Leave me alone. Anyway, I like this. Well, they were shooting for helicopters and they were shooting from the ground. Which is it? Are you just picking whatever might work this week? This is Gish Galloper, I swear to God. NASA said piles of scrap metal were worth $880 million, never been to the moon. What? Anyway, any video of that would be taken off or disappeared if you or somehow died in the sleep. Drones is what I believe. It's clear multiple victims who were injured have said they were running away from guys on the ground. No, if you've ever been pursued by something that was trying to hurt you, you will continue feeling you're being pursued long after you're safe. Because if you didn't, you might stop too soon, just like they do in bad horror movies. Keep running until you drop. Distance is your friend. We're pursuit predators. We're the reason we're scared of being chased. There is no animal on the planet that I know of that will pursue its prey for a week without dropping dead in the process. We have evolved to be a pursuit predator. We are literally that horror movie story. We do not stop. That's how we achieve what we do. That's why we're very minimal in everything, but we can walk for weeks if we need to. Anyway, they were hearing gunshots from every angle. They stopped talking about it later, or they died mysteriously. No, they didn't die mysteriously. That's not what happened. There was one girl who died from natural causes because she had continuing medical problems. She just died, that's all. Anyway, next. Settle for a bribe, and now all shots come from Mandalay Bay window. Look, dude, there are people who've retracted. Is that what you have a problem with? Yeah, people aren't saying what you think they should say? Okay, fine. I think Paddock was undercover for the FBI. Why? Why the fuck would that be? And either knew too much or said too much, and the patsy was formed. You know, he was a terrible shot he fired at Campos after no weight he changed to before he fired in the crowd. 200 shots fired at Campos and leg. Wasn't 200 shots, it was 200 pieces, impacts and holes in the leg. How could he even pull a trigger and hit him on it and soften the head? Thank you for your comment. I appreciate it very much. It was very, very productive. The contrast between the first and second comment are so extreme. I'm sorry. Just, why did you post that? Okay, this one I'm just going to chop fast. Here we go. I get it. If anyone's been watching the moment the news broke, the first videos from the news at the time were people being interviewed with different scenarios. Also, videos that were uploaded from certain YouTubers no longer exist. Yes, I noticed. Some of them also took them down because they were debunked. Also, I know I saw them. It's not the Mandela effect. Yes, it is. The Australian guy, first video, gone. He stated in an emotional, very upset tone, I saw the police shoot and kill a security guard in the elevator. The Australian guy never actually said that. I've seen it too. You're making up shit now, aren't you? This is a different person, I hope. Next. Why would they do this? Later on, the guy completely changed his whole story. Completely. No. You are hearing a report about the story, probably from your newswire or something like that, where they lied. I can't find him. This guy was very upset and distraught and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's disturbing. The couple that was having a drink and filmed outside of the Blues Lounge filmed the security guards chasing another security guard. There were 3. I saw them. Other people brought it up along with the news media. The media then poof. The video and the witnesses are gone too. Or was this a write-up for someone saying they saw it and you want to push the narrative? If you look very carefully at Corey, the cab driver video, she is sitting somewhere in the taxi area, Mandalay Bay. She says something is going on. Right before that, the dispatcher says, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. He goes on to say, there's a shooting going on. This is before she says something's going on. I just had to bring up what the dispatcher warned. Then you hear, okay, there's a guard, wonder where he's going to. You can catch a glimpse of his yellow jacket and running for his life. Frame by frame, you will see him. That's also supposed to be a ghost and or an angel in the rearview mirror too, isn't it? Okay. 8 muzzle shots you'll see in the mirror. No, they're not there. I freeze-framed it. I actually got the original Corey Langdon video off of her website and kept it on my drive until I got fed up with having this stuff fill up my hard drive. You're full of it. If you don't use the original video as clean as possible, you're not going to get anything. Now we're stuck with 3rd generation copies. You're wrong. And let's see here. There's a security guard. Wonder where he's... Yeah, frame by frame, there's nothing in there. I'm just going to let everybody read this below because this is a waste of time. Let's see here. In the beginning, witnesses were talking, had video. I know I saw it. Yeah, okay, sure. But you're being vague. And it's no longer anywhere, poof. Or you watched the video, thought it meant something else, or you were told it would mean something else, and you got there and it didn't say it. So everybody says, maybe they changed it. Corey Langdon got accused of changing her videos when she didn't do anything. She eventually just unlisted them because she got tired of the horse shit. The people who provide you your evidence that you're misquoting are getting yelled at because it doesn't say what you think it does. Lombardo said something. Yeah, Lombardo oopsed and said something. No, he didn't. Okay. If you have any questions about things, you can ask me about them. I'll look into these. If I find anything, I'll post it below. But the fact is that you saw something in an emotional state and it means something to you, and then you find out it didn't prop up your feelings and beliefs. I'm sorry, goodbye.